the people you're versing in college, which honestly, if you guys look Joe Burrow, I think that's kind of what's happening to him. Is I think it's harder for quarterbacks to just get thrown in week one and just say, go. Like, it's better to say, like, Tua sitting behind Ryan Fitzpatrick. Yeah, Ryan Fitzpatrick isn't the best quarterback.
But he's a great leader. He's a great veteran to learn from.
And Tua's just sitting there learning about how to be a quarterback and how to, like, read everything. And, like, Ryan Fitzpatrick is teaching him everything he needs to know. So I think in the near future, Tua might pan out to be a better pick, but then by the time their careers are called, I still think Burrow's going to be a better quarterback than Tua. I just think Tua's going to have that to
Tua
where
can
he's
also have the longevity too of a quarterback because of someone like Ryan Fitzpatrick, who's been in the league for 100 years now at this point, and who, again, he's been on 100 different teams. He's seen how all these teams operate. He knows which teams have a good, he knows what's good. He knows what's to look for. He knows how to handle yourself in the off season to be able to make sure you're healthy and to be able to, again, have that long career. He's been in the league. I know he's been a backup. He hasn't started every single year, but still, he knows how to take care of his body and be healthy every year and be ready for an NFL season coming up. So yes, I do agree with your statement that it is possible that Tua could have a better overall longevity of a career where Joe Burrow might have a few flashes here and there. He might have and give it again. He's what, 5 weeks into his career. We're not giving any plays for the Bengals, who there's a reason they had the number 1 overall pick. They are not the best team. So again, give it time. He can still develop, but
and I'm not saying that he's a bad quarterback. I think he's a great quarterback. If you watch him in college, he made some excellent reads, some excellent throws. Like, he was a great college quarterback.
Oh, yeah.
I just think, like I said, the difference between college to pro is such a big jump that he's not having the time. And I think, like, for Stafford, the reason why Stafford was able to do it is because basically for those 2 first years, he was injured.
Yeah.
So he wasn't playing, even though he did start his first week 1. He ended up getting injured and not playing as much. So he was sitting on the sideline learning from Dan Orlovsky and Dante Culpepper, I think was
both at the time seasoned veterans who have been around the league, who know about how taking care of your body, know how the league works, know all that stuff. And again, like you are mentioning, that college to pro aspect, I think that again goes back to IQ and the whole mental aspect of football, because you can be in college and you have young freshman defensive backs on the team that you're playing, or only sophomore who have probably never even played you, because colleges you only kind of play your conference and then it's kind of varying the other random teams that you play. So again, like, the level of skill that you're playing in college is completely varied to where every single NFL defense you're playing is way more keyed in on what you're doing, what your skills are, what your weaknesses are, what you're going to try to be looking for, all that stuff. So he needs to just get better at reading NFL defenses, which again, we haven't seen Tua do that yet. We don't even know if Tua
can. Yeah,
exactly. So again, we just have to give it time and see who eventually will pan out. We could have had this argument with Tannehill and not Tannehill, Jameis Winston and Marcus Mariota a few years ago, and look at how both their careers have panned out.
I was going to say Jameis Winston. Oh, Jameis Winston. Is he?
He's a backup for Drew Brees right now.
Okay, that's what I thought. I thought he was signed with the Saints. And to think those were your number 1 and number 2 picks just like a couple of years ago. And now they're both backups.
So just because you're picked in the top 5, top 10 doesn't necessarily guarantee you're going to be an all-star franchise leading quarterback or player for the next so many years. But
even Trubisky, the Bears traded up for him and benched him for Nick Foles. Like,
you really want to remind Bears fans of that right now?
It makes me feel better as a Lions fan to make fun of the Bears for their quarterback situation.
It does, yeah, but it also sucks when you look at the records and theirs is completely flipped to ours. But
yeah,
it's whatever.
But they have a great defense.
Yeah, but they're in a terrible cap situation.
Oh yeah, their cap's screwed up. But they have a good defense, and defense wins championships, and that's why they are or 3-1.
Yeah, well, again, they shouldn't have won week 1. They probably shouldn't have won. What was that, week 2 again? I can't remember who they were playing, but the second week they shouldn't have won that game either. So
and they shouldn't have won against Atlanta.
Yeah,
Atlanta blowing their leads.